everyone, John here from Brewers, and I'm back with another beer. And today we're doing something that's a little out of the ordinary that I normally wouldn't do on this part of the channel. This is more Jason's territory in Cheap Beer Corner. But this beer came out, it says November 2019. It is, no, that's the Best By date. Oh my God, Best By November. It's January, and this is Best By November. Holy shit. Anyway, this is Heineken's 0.0 lager beer. It's a premium quality lager beer. Of course, it's premium quality. Let's just see the neck on there too, if you want to see that. It's actually an attractive bottle. I do like the bottle. It's a green bottle, but I'm sure the hops, whatever hops are in here, won't be skunked because there's so much science in this beer that I'm sure they added that special ingredient to not let the hops skunk if it's exposed to UV light. This beer is 0.0% alcohol by volume. Typically with like O'Doul's, I don't know what the exact alcohol by volume is on that beer, but it's usually something like 0.3 or 0.5. It's really low, and I'd like to know what magic went into making this beer 0.0. It says on the back of the bottle, Heineken's unique 0.0 recipe is brewed with pure malt and special A yeast. It says A-yeast. I don't know what A yeast is. It's not ale yeast because this is a lager, so I don't know what A yeast is. Just like the original Heineken lager beer, so apparently that stuff is also in regular Heineken. Heineken 0.0, brewed with pure malt for a premium taste without alcohol. And ingredients are water, malted barley, hop extract, interesting, and natural flavor. I don't ding them for using hop extract. A lot of breweries are using hop extract at this point, even craft breweries. And natural flavor, again, that's a word that a lot of breweries also use. It's like a technical legal term you got to use, I guess. But I don't know what those natural flavors are in this lager beer. Lagers are usually pretty, I'm not going to say simple beers, but they're not very complex as far as recipe formulation goes. Usually it's just the same as ales, malt, hops, and yeast and water. So 11.2 fluid ounces, and it's 69 calories. And if you're watching your carbs, it's 16 grams of carbohydrates. I don't know if that's high for a beer or not. I'm going to confess while I open this that back in the day when I was trying to lose weight for the first time, ooh, that is fizzy. Look at that. I drank Heineken Light a lot because I wanted beer, but I didn't want the calories. And then the second time around when I decided to lose weight, I just stopped drinking beer altogether for the most part. So this beer is crystal clear. This glass is a little dirty. As to be expected, the beer is crystal clear. Looks good. It's straw yellow, kind of a golden straw yellow. There's something floating in there. It's probably from the glass. Head, again, quick to dissipate. It's got a fizzy head on there. I'm assuming this beer is going to be highly carbonated. I don't know why, but I feel like they need to give it some kind of sparkle on your palate. That's just an assumption I made looking at it. I don't know why. Heineken's not like a highly carb beer like Miller High Life or something like that, but see what it smells like. Okay, that smells like a cheap beer, I guess. Yeah, you get some nice malt characteristics on there. It's got like a subtle biscuit character. It smells pretty damn good, actually, for Heineken. It's got that typical like cheap beer kind of smell that's kind of like, it's something that's, it's not like, I want to say, I keep thinking plastic, but it's not plastic. It's like a thin, watery, kind of artificial beer. It's like a beer smell. You know what I mean? Like if you were to make a beer smell, that's kind of what this smells like. But honestly, it smells just like Heineken. It smells pretty clean. You get kind of a little bit of a fruity hop aroma on there. Floral fruity. Really trying to pick stuff out of this aroma. almost maybe like even like a touch of like honey. It actually smells pretty good. It smells a little sweet. Got kind of like a, I don't know, not cakey, but like if you smell like sweet bread kind of thing. Not sweetbreads, but like a sweet bread, you know? It smells like a beer though. I mean, if you're trying to drink beer and fool yourself that you're drinking beer without alcohol, this will get by on the aroma. So let's see what it tastes like. So it's pretty well carbonated. It's got more of a, I don't drink a lot of regular Heineken. I should have had one side by side. That would have been interesting. But it's got like a residual aftertaste that I'm not jiving with. It doesn't taste bad, but it's kind of a unpleasant tongue coating kind of experience. Where with a lager, you typically, you know, there's nothing wrong with a lager having an adequate amount of mouthfeel, but you do want it to like finish up and clean up and get out of the way. That's the whole point of lager, I think, at least light lager. You drink it, you taste beer, and it's gone, you know, and you just keep drinking more and more. This kind of does that, but it's got a slickness that lingers for a bit. And as I talk, it does go away. And it's not a sweet, like unfermented kind of finish. It's more of a slick, full-bodied mouthfeel, I guess. I mean, there's not much. You do get a nice malt character, I guess, but it's kind of intertwined with that weird mouthfeel slickness. I'm being super hypercritical of this beer. I'm trying to pick it apart, but there's not much to pick apart. Honestly, it tastes like beer. I mean, I think if I were to do this blind with an actual Heineken, I could probably pick it out. But going into this without having a Heineken with it, like a real Heineken beer, I mean, it kind of tastes like beer. It's not bad. As far as bitterness goes, there's, you know, it's not bitter. This is I don't want to say malt forward, but this isn't a bitter forward beer. This is meant, you know, it's Heineken. You know, it's an easy drinking lager. So again, like Heineken itself, it lacks character. There's nothing interesting about it, and I mean, it's all right. It tastes like beer. It smells like beer. I think they did a pretty damn good job of making a cheap beer with 0% alcohol that still tastes like a cheap beer. If you like cheap beer, you'll probably like this. It's not bad. I've never really, I don't think I've ever had O'Doul's. I've never had like 0 ABV beer or near beer or whatever. So I have no basis of comparison, but this isn't bad. I gotta hand it to him. Good job, Heineken. From what I heard at the store that I bought this, the bottle shop I got it from, they're charging the same price for this as they would normal Heineken, which they're still using, you know, barley and hops, and they're using hop extract, but it's still hops. And they're using yeast to ferment, but somehow getting rid of the alcohol. I don't know how that works. So, I mean, it's got all the stuff that goes into beer, so I could understand charging the same price. I mean, and the only reason you charge more for higher alcohol beers is because it takes more ingredients to produce that alcohol. So they're still using the same ingredients, but they're just not, they're stripping it of alcohol. I don't know how that works. So if you want to drink beer and you have very low expectations for a good quality experience, if you know you're drinking cheap beer, then I would pick this up. It's not bad. So thanks for watching this video. We'll see you next time.